Have you ever stood over your compost pile and wondered why it takes so long to break down, even though you're layering greens, browns and keeping things moist? Many gardeners know the frustration of waiting months only to find half-decomposed scraps that still look like yesterday's leftovers. The truth is, compost doesn't fail because of bad materials. It fails because the microbes inside are underfed and working too slowly. But what if the solution wasn't expensive store-bought activators or fancy powders, but something sitting right in your pantry? In this guide, you'll learn about the secret microbe booster that gardeners overlook every single day: molasses. This sweet ingredient is more than just for baking or sweetening drinks. It's one of the most effective natural ways to fuel microbes, speed up decomposition, and produce rich, earthy compost in half the time. Stay with me, because once you understand how it works, you'll never let your compost crawl again. Compost is only as fast as the microbes that run it. At the heart of every compost pile are trillions of microbes, bacteria, fungi and actinomycetes that digest scraps, stalks and manures, turning them into humus. If they're thriving, your pile steams, heats up and reduces material quickly. If they're starved, the pile cools, dries or sits half-rotting for months. Composting is not about throwing things into a heap and hoping for the best. It's about managing biology. Just like any living system, microbes need the right balance of air, water and food. Most gardeners provide the carbon and nitrogen mix through browns and greens, but what's missing is a readily available energy source. That's where molasses becomes the game changer. Why molasses is the ultimate fuel for microbes? Molasses is packed with simple sugars like glucose and sucrose, which microbes can consume instantly. Instead of struggling to extract energy from tough materials like dry leaves or woody stems, they get an immediate energy rush from molasses. This rapid fuel allows them to multiply faster, generate more heat, and accelerate the breakdown of harder materials in the pile. On top of sugars, blackstrap molasses contains trace minerals like magnesium, calcium, potassium, and iron. These not only feed microbes but also enrich the compost itself, making the end product more balanced for your soil. Unlike chemical activators, molasses doesn't introduce foreign inputs, it simply supercharges what's already there. The simplest way to use molasses is to dilute it in water. Straight molasses poured onto compost can clump, ferment unevenly, and sometimes cause sour smells. By mixing it with water first, you spread it evenly and give microbes immediate access. A good ratio is 1 to 2 tablespoons of molasses per gallon of non-chlorinated water. Chlorine in tap water can harm microbial populations, so rainwater or filtered water is best. Stir the mixture until fully dissolved, then pour it evenly over your compost pile. For a small bin or tumbler, 2 gallons of molasses solution is enough to energize the pile. For a larger heap, about 3 by 3 feet, you'll want 5 gallons. The key is moisture. Your pile should be as damp as a wrung-out sponge. If it's already wet, reduce the amount of water but maintain the molasses ratio. This keeps the energy source balanced without drowning the system. Timing makes all the difference, honestly. The most effective moment to apply molasses is right when you start a new pile. As soon as you've layered your browns and greens, drench the pile with your molasses water. This sets off an immediate microbial bloom that generates heat within days. Molasses doesn't just work in piles, it's also the cornerstone of effective compost tea. Compost tea is a liquid extract of microbes brewed in water with an aerator. Adding molasses provides the food source that allows those microbes to multiply dramatically during the brewing period. To make a basic 5-gallon batch, fill a bucket with non-chlorinated water, add 1 shovel of mature compost, and stir in 2 tablespoons of molasses. If you can, aerate it with a small aquarium pump for 24 to 36 hours. This constant oxygen flow encourages aerobic microbes to dominate. After brewing, you'll have a living liquid teeming with beneficial organisms. Pour this directly onto your compost pile, and it acts like a microbial injection, speeding the process far beyond what water alone would achieve. Many gardeners also apply compost tea directly to soil and plants, where it strengthens the microbial web around the roots. Gardeners who add molasses to their piles often report compost that matures weeks, even months, faster than piles left alone. A standard cold pile might take 4 to 6 months to produce usable compost. With molasses, that same pile can be ready in 8 to 10 weeks, if kept aerated and moist. Composting is not just about patience, it's about strategy. When you understand that microbes need fast energy, molasses becomes the simplest, most effective tool to keep your pile thriving. It's affordable, natural, and available in nearly every kitchen. More importantly, it doesn't just cut composting time in half, it improves the quality of your final compost, enriching your soil and feeding your plants with greater vitality. So, the next time you feel discouraged by a slow pile, don't reach for chemical shortcuts. Reach for molasses. Give your microbes the boost they need and watch as your compost transforms faster than you thought possible. If you found this guide helpful and want more proven methods to revive your soil, build humus and maximize your harvests, make sure to subscribe to Hydro Haven and share this with fellow gardeners. The more we spread these simple but powerful techniques, the more thriving gardens we can create together.